All right, welcome back to episode number 5 of this podcast. Today is the September 13th. Um, so finally 5 episodes in. Now I can finally start advertising the show, which I'm super excited about. And I think what's going to happen is that I'm going to do a photo shoot today. And I'm going to start posting about that on my Instagram, Facebook, and all that stuff. So super excited about that. So Six Rings Capital had an interesting week last week. Had multiple meetings, events with people who can help us out, potentially trying to raise money. But we had a mentorship meeting. We're actually looking to take on mentors too, and we've come to realize that like a lot of what they're wanting us to do is provide a proof of concept for what we're trying to do with the business, and I just don't necessarily think that's something that we want to do right now. Um, as an entrepreneur, I think my main priority is to get profitable as fast as I can. And then also at the same time, it's either that or, actually finding people who can invest into the company. Um, so if that's not possible, I'm honestly not interested in exerting my energy towards it because I'm not doing this full time yet. Um, Proof of concept stuff makes sense when it is sort of an innovative field in terms of like disrupting an industry or whatever the case may be. I personally don't think we're in that space yet. Um, so we have built a value ladder to which we can sell lower tier services towards to our audience. So we're building that out. We have a lower tier service now. And then kind of like what we're actually wanting to be known for is like our mid level service. And then what we're trying to do is scale the lower tier service to a point where we can free up each other in terms of like full time work. So, my main priority is to make sure that people who are involved within the company are freed up before I am. So that's an interesting conversation that we had last week in terms of just like our goal is to by the end of this year we want to free up Tevin, who's my business partner, and in terms of a full time job, which I think we could do. It's just a matter of like in terms of acquiring clients. We have a pretty solid foundation for financial structure, so I think we'll be all right. Um, and of course, I'll be the last one to leave a full time job. I don't mind that actually. I like what I'm doing. What I'm doing builds my resume, so um, like that's completely fine with me. So yeah, we had those conversations, and I think when we meet again with our investors, like I'm just gonna let them know straight up, like we're not interested in going that route, just because like the proof of concept, it just doesn't make sense for us to do it really right now. Um, yeah, I just think that if we get profitable within the first year, that will be a little bit more sexier for investors to think about. And also just goes to show that I can do this as an entrepreneur, as a leader, which I already believe that I can. But it's just going to take a few more months for us to get things going. Um, it'll be interesting to see kind of the repercussions of being a first-time entrepreneur, or startup person to get profitable within the first year. Not too many people can say they can do that without capital investment. So that's going on. Six Rings Capital. Six Rings Media, we're trying to do the same thing. We haven't quite gotten down what we're wanting to do as our lower tier service. So, my business partner Anthony and I have been working hard about trying to figure out what we could do to provide that same kind of model so we can exert freedom for Anthony, not me. Um, they will just, in terms of like them getting paid on the payroll, like that'll just come off as an expense. At least that's what I'm thinking, anyways. Um, Unless they actually want founders' rights, then like it might be a little bit more different. But I'm cool with giving up some equity or payroll in order to get things going. My thing is just like I'm okay with working hard right now with my job, but in terms of like growing the actual businesses, I need people full time on it. So if I could do that, if I could pull that off by the end of this year slash before the summer next year, I'm going to be in a really, really, really good position to acquire capital. So yeah, that's the main focus for the next few months in terms of Six Rings Media and Six Rings Capital. Um, Obviously, I'll keep you guys updated with that. For Six Rings Capital, me and my business partner Tevin. Um, Hopefully, we might have somebody else come on. Um, I'm talking to him right now, trying to figure things out, what makes sense for him. Um, the focus right now is that we're building that out on that front with the help of the mentors and trying to get us all figured out in terms of like legal structure. We had this conversation. We're thinking about either going corporate or going LLC route. I'm not too familiar, honestly, which one works best because eventually I do want to take on an investor. Uh, like I don't know what entity they'd like more, if it's an LLC or a corporate entity. Like I don't really know how the all that stuff works, so I'm like working towards learning more about that. But everything's ready. Pitch deck is ready. The investor pitch deck is ready. What we're asking for is ready. So that's going to be a full time thing that we're going with moving forward. So I'm trying to get Tevin on here. I'm not sure when he can, but um, that'll be a fun conversation to have with him as a guest on the podcast. So yeah, let's see. Also, last week, worked really hard on the networking group. Um, I believe so much in this networking group. Honestly, we are looking to do things a little bit differently. Um, we're looking to empower younger individuals, 35 and below, and to figure out things where we put either a highly skilled individual or a highly connected individual or a highly driven individual all in the same group as us. Yeah, and my thesis is like if you put them all in, like say, 100 of those people all in one room who are young, who are transitioning into like the professional world, um, I certainly believe that there's a lot that could come out of that. So that's why I'm very passionate about doing this, putting this all together. That's coming along very slowly. My goal within the first like year or two is to grow to 100 solid members. Um, I really want to talk about this in a like a full episode, which I maybe will sometime soon. Not today. Today's kind of like a check in thing. I'm gonna try. Like I said, I'm gonna try to do this weekly, and I believe I can. So yeah. Later on today, I got to do this. I got to do this photo shoot. I'm really excited to do it. Um, and then start marketing this podcast. I'm super excited, man. This is my fifth episode. I'm sticking to it. A weekly schedule is probably gonna be the best for me. Um, Also, I'm uploading these on YouTube too. So if you want to watch like a video of me in my room talking, like that's cool too. I don't care. Please subscribe. Subscribe on Spotify, on Apple Podcast, and yeah, I think that I got a lot of things moving. I just got to stay patient, which is part of the hardest thing about this whole thing. At 25, you want everything all at once, and what I'm trying to learn right now is to be patient, but just keep working hard every day, and working smart, and just be diligent about what I'm trying to do, what I'm trying to accomplish, um, and take it week by week. So that's something that I learned in college. It's just like you want this all to be done, and that's just not how it works. You got to take it week by week. You got a test this week. You got finals this week. Whatever the case may be. I'm learning so much about that right now, especially in the real world. I'm super excited about pushing this podcast out. It's not really as sexy as like the other ones, but I think that documenting my journey, there's a lot to that more than I think there is. Because for me, I'm in it for just be able to look back and like look at the weeks that I had, in terms of like building two businesses and like working full time, and trying to step in that leadership role. Like if I can look back every week and on the episodes I've shot, um, with my great ambitions that I'm really open about, like I'm really excited to see the steps that I took to get to the place that I would be, 5, 10 years from now. So, and hopefully, that brings along some sort of like inspiration to someone else, or like motivation to someone else, or maybe, even just people who are curious about how startups are actually built, that they'll follow along. Like I really do hope that this does something else for someone else, like it does for me. So, with that being said, I'm gonna wrap this up. 10 minutes is a quick episode. Thank you guys so much for listening. I got to get ready here pretty soon, but I'm gonna try to edit this and get it all posted everywhere so that I'm ready to advertise. First 5 episodes, I'm proud of myself to do it, and now I got to keep pushing. Try to get that first 10 out the way. Um, yeah, let's keep pushing. Thank you guys so much. Okay, bye.